Hello, hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome to day 15. Can you believe it? We're halfway through of our 30 days of wisdom. I am so excited to be here with you because I received a very important insight from Spirit this morning while I was in my prayer meditation time and getting ready to connect with you. And it was brought on by, we're still working with Women Who Run with the Wolves. And I think we're on chapter 7, which is self-preservation. And what it did is it triggered in me this knowing that there are 3 things that every human being deserves and needs. Okay, 3 things. And that is security, right? So security of family, food security, basic needs. That is something that every human being deserves. Power is another one. We're confused about power right now in our culture, but it's the power to choose. Yes, the power to have freedom over your own agency. What is it that you want to be, do, and become? You have a voice, those kinds of things. We all need power. And the third thing is love, but not just intimate love. Intimate love isn't necessary for your well-being necessarily. I know some people would disagree with that, but the kind of love where you are heard, seen, validated, right? That deep kind of soul love and soul connection. We need that to thrive as soulful beings on this plane. And one of the things that she's talking about in this chapter is we're born with this. We're all born beautiful, whole, perfect, and complete. Every single one of us. Doesn't matter if you're missing a toe or, what's going on. You're whole, perfect, and complete when you're born. And for a woman, we have this natural instinct and intuition. She calls it the wild self. And at some point, we have that intuition and that wildness, that wisdom is suppressed. And so what happens when we're kind of going by the dictates of the culture, she says in this chapter, when we're going by the dictates of culture, and then we want to break free. In that moment of freedom, oftentimes we do things that are destructive. So she says, she's talking about a particular tale, but I'm not going to go into that. But she says, we can find ourselves in traps and poisons we too easily take into ourselves when we are caught in a famine of the wild soul, when we're disconnected from that. Without a firm participation with the wild nature, a woman starves and falls into an obsession of feel-betters, leave me alone, and love me please. And so for my sisters who have had deep rejection of family, rejection of the culture, right, who haven't been able to be themselves, maybe they've fallen into a depression as a result of it. This is a soul sickness, actually. It is a soul sickness. So I had a good family. I'm very fortunate, but the culture, I felt rejected by the culture. It's a weird thing when you're a child and adults don't like you, and they look at you and that's your perception of it. And so, with that, I had this soul need to be seen, right? To be seen, to be heard, to be validated. And when we don't have that, we turn that energy inward and we think there must be something wrong with us when we're not seen and validated. But here's the thing, because spirituality is always a paradox. Okay. So there's always a paradox. I need to be seen and validated. On one hand, and on the other hand, I actually have all of this inside of me already. And so the remedy for this is actually to channel that wanting and that hunger into creative pursuits. I know nobody ever talks about this, right? This is why you and I are connecting, because I want to tell you the stuff that nobody ever tells us, right? But when you channel that into creative pursuits, it fills the soul hunger. And as that soul hunger is being filled, then you begin to attract people of like mind and like spirit. That's one way. It's not the only way, but it's one way. And so for me, because I had all kinds of troubles and drama, people. I'm going to tell you about it another time. I mean, all kinds of dramas and troubles and all kinds of things. When I consider her my first spiritual teacher, taught me meditation. So meditation and spiritual practice is actually a creative outlet. It's very creative. I journal, I connect with my guides, I work with my tarot, I work with my cards, I work with my clients. I'm always creative problem solving. I'm in the energy of spirit. That is a creative energy. Okay, it has nothing to do with religion. It's my own personal creative expression. And so that meeting her was so healing. And I used to think, well, it was because just of the meditation, because meditation technique can lower your blood pressure and do some other things. There's nothing wrong with that. It's perfectly fine. But without the soulfulness, remember, everything is about spirit and matter coming together so that there is wholeness. The thing is that it gave me an inlet and an outlet for the soul hunger, the thing that was missing. And so spirit speaking to me right now, blah, 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 blah. It's a good thing if I can speak. If you find yourself looking for things to make you feel better, things that aren't helpful, okay, you can even over-exercise. Believe me, you can punish yourself and exercise for hours until you can't move as a punishment because you're looking to feel better. If you're looking for feel-betters, if you're in bed for long periods of time and you just leave me alone is what you tell your friends and your family, just leave me alone. I want to hide. I want to be small. I don't feel good. If you are looking for love outside of yourself in partners who do not value your amazingness, and that was my biggest lesson, was in partners. I told you I got all kinds of drama. I did. When you are looking for love, literally like the song goes, in all the wrong places, looking for people who don't have the capacity for whatever journey they're on, they do not have the capacity to see you as whole, perfect, and complete. As the wonderful being that you are, you have a soul hunger. You have a soul hunger. These are things, she says, that can actually lead us down a road of destruction. And it's not being hyperbolic, right? We're not being too over the top. Our depressions, our addictions, our poor relationships can lead us to such a dark place that sometimes we have to wait to the next lifetime to help to figure some of this out. Yes, I know. It's like some drama for Friday, but we're in it. We're going to do it. So if you recognize this in yourself, where can you look for creative pursuits? Music, painting, exercise, dance. You don't have to be a great dancer, but something that is going to feel that soul hunger so that it can begin to bring balance into your life. For me, like I said, it is a spiritual practice. It's why I have the mystery school, because it is creative and it's a place to fill that need, that hunger in the soul. Yes, go to your spiritual center, go to your church if you're feeling guided to do that, and find some creative outlets there. And as you're doing this, thank you, Spirit speaking to me, it's the self-appreciation that rises up, that fills that basic human need of love. Because at the end of the day, it's self-love. At the end of the day, it's self-love. I had a really interesting conversation with a good friend of mine who went through some major reconstructive surgery. She looks fine. But during that point, she was like kind of feeling, and what brought her out was the self-love. Talking to herself, you're a badass, you can do this, you got this, you're beautiful, really talking to herself in a way that nurtures herself, right? So it's that self-love. So the self-love is the essence of this. So this is I know I'm pleading with you because I know that there are so many of us, my sisters, that are suffering, and the suffering is not going to be taken care of with more pills, or more drink or more sex or any of those other destructive things that we do to ourselves. The soul hunger is going to be relieved when you look for what is your soul yearning for? What is the creative pursuit? What can I pour myself into that is going to pour itself back into me? Yes. So I am knowing right here and right now, Spirit is speaking to me. I am knowing right here and right now that whatever you are seeking is seeking you. I am knowing that right here and right now, and I am seeing a path, I am seeing a road, and I am seeing the thing that is searching for you, walking towards you on the road. And Spirit is saying right now, stand up to meet it. Stand up to greet it. I know sometimes it's hard to get out of bed, and I know that you're gone. I had those days. I had days where I was so heartbroken, I didn't think I could go on. I thought I was going to lose my mind. And that was only 4 years ago. I was not even 4 years ago. I was going to lose my mind, but there, you got to stand up, even if it's just for 30 seconds, even if it's just for a minute. You just got to stand up, put your arms up, and just say yes. Just say yes to it. The thing that I am searching for is searching for me. And then sit down. If you need to sit down after that, you can do it. Can you do that for yourself? I'm sending you lots of love, lots of energy. I am seeing you surrounded with angels, with your guides, with spirit. I am knowing that source is supporting you and loving you. And the thing that you most need is searching you. Yes? Yes! That is our Friday message, people. Let's take a deep breath and sigh it out. See, it gets me emotional because I told you, I just want you to be so happy in your life and to have all the love that you deserve. So I get a little bit emotional. So inhale again and exhale. Have a great day and have a great weekend and do a little dance. And then I will see you Monday for day 16 of our 30 days of wisdom at about 9-ish. I do my best to be on time, but you never know. All right. Bye.